Excavation works have begun for the start of a multi-billion-dollar Grenada Resort Complex. According to local coordinator for the investors of the complex, Terence Forrester, the road being excavated leads to the location of an interpretive center. Hofstetler, the project's manager, says it could take as much as 8 years to complete the $2 billion project.
Well, we're starting with site clearing and excavation of Phase 0, which is the interpretive center and showroom. Phase 0 is going to go on for about a year, maybe a year and a couple months. It starts out with the site clearing and excavation. What we're doing right now, what you see behind me is the road going to the building. It goes up to a roundabout, and then the building is at the top of the mountain. And so we're starting site clearing the road, working our way up to the building, and then that's going to take about 4 weeks. And then at some point, maybe in the next week or two, we'll really get into the excavation, cutting in the road around to the building and then cutting in the building. And then while that's going on, we're wrapping up the design phase of the showroom so that we can immediately roll right into the construction, the hard construction, the concrete and the wall, concrete floors and walls and building the building. It should take about a year to maybe a year and 2 months so to finish.
Edward Niles of Niles & Associates is responsible for integrating the project drawings with the physical planning unit, and he told GBN that all documents submitted for approval to proceed with Phase 0 were approved. Anthony Jeremiah, Acting Chief Forestry Officer attached to the National Forestry and Parks Department, said the project developers have been in dialogue with the ministry to ensure the protection of all leptotiller will see.
This area falls outside of the protected area, so there is no direct interaction with this area of development in relation to the protected area or the sanctuary. But what I can say in regards to that development, so far the negotiations with the developer has been very good in that they have engaged us in terms of the proposed infrastructure work, and we explained our interests in terms of biodiversity conservation, our concerns with protecting the Grenada dove and other important species and habitat in the general area.
Jeremiah said there are long-term issues they will look at as the impact assessment of the project is undertaken. He said the ministry sees an opportunity to gain more lands for the conservation of the Grenada dove. The area of the project, according to Forrester, is 274 acres. 152 acres in close proximity is said to be the area designated as the protected area for the Grenada dove. Cherrine Blackman Stephen, GBN News.